Hey guys, this week we're going to be looking at a tank kit. This particular one's by Dragon. It's one of their orange boxings of the 1/35th scale Marine Corps M1A1 Abrams Tank. So, let's get into this. This is a fairly large kit. It's definitely not small by any stretch of the imagination. As you can see here, just by the size of the turret in comparison to my hand, it's a big kit. It gives you a real good size of just actual full-scale tank is very large, and so a lot of detail in this larger scale is very easily visible. As you can see here on the main chassis of the tank, you have full anti-slip coating on various sections, which is visible. Hopefully it'll show up on camera. But also have various compartments molded in. Unfortunately, at least not in this boxing, these grill areas are molded in and are not photo etched, which is unfortunate. But moving on, we've got some various other component parts to do the interior, including various panels, which are somewhat detailed, but I'm not 100% sure on the exact accuracy. Just by looking at them, it doesn't seem like they are super accurate, but the fact that you are given these to begin with out of the box is a nice addition, as it does let you display the tank opened up. Here we have some more various components for the exterior, including side skirts, some of the other parts, back, various odds and ends. Moving on, we have some of the cupola parts. Unfortunately, these chain parts are molded as plastic, which really doesn't look good and can be very difficult to work with. The machine guns are fairly nicely rendered. Could be a little crisper in the details, but they're more than passable. They're very nicely done otherwise. Just a minor nitpick. These parts here, though, are going to be a little difficult to trim out, simply because they are somewhat thin and going to be on the more brittle side, so something to look out for. Some various components to assemble the guns up here as well. Next, we've got the parts for the wheels and some more thin parts. Again, very crisp detail here. Not much to say there. Interesting note on this particular kit, you are given parts to do essentially what appears to be a type of snorkel almost. I'm not 100% sure how or where this was used, but it's an interesting addition. Now here we have the main tub of the tank. One big complaint I have is the fact that these are molded on and are not actual separate parts. It would have been nice had these been done separately, so that you could have positioned them and basically had a more realistic look. As with these molded on, it does not look like the real thing. It's fairly poorly done. But that, as I said, that's my one big complaint with this kit. Now, a nice bonus with this kit is the fact you get parts to do a tank crew, which is a very nice addition. This is one of the reasons I did get this kit, as it did come with the figures. You get a total of 4 figures, 1 driver, and a couple of personnel. Actually, the whole tank crew, which I'll show you in the instruction sheet in a minute. Almost the last is the various tread parts. I'm not going to open this up simply because they're small and I don't want to lose any of them. And here we have the decal sheet. Very nicely done, crisp, very sharp. I'm not 100% sure if these are stickers or actual decals, but they are used for one of the paint schemes, which we'll see in a sec. Let me put these back in the box. real quick. Excuse me. Again, one of the nice things about the orange box kits from Dragon is that they do offer you some of their kits at a bit of a reduced price, which is nice, obviously, but since you do lose some of the extras, which is unfortunate. Now, construction is fairly complicated on this particular kit, as there's a lot of stuff you need to do, and do it in a fairly particular order. Obviously, being since you're given the internal parts right out of the box, which obviously means more to do, but it is a nice addition, as I said. But like I said, also because there's so much detail, there's a lot of little parts you're going to be working with and need to paint up. And so, fair warning, this is definitely not a beginner's kit. This is definitely something for a more advanced model builder. As, like I said, there's a lot of detail in this kit, especially, as I said, for an orange box. You do get a lot. And as I mentioned before, here's the snorkel type thing. You're given 2 paint options, or 3 paint schemes, one with a European scheme and 2 desert schemes. Most cases, since they haven't seen a lot of its action in the Middle East, you're more than likely going to be going with the desert scheme. But the fact they do give you markings for the Europe is nice. Overall, this is definitely a very good kit. Obviously, though, since it is a lot more complicated than what most modelers are going to be used to, I can't really recommend it that heavily, simply because you are going to need a lot more skill to build it. I do like the fact that it does come with the crew figures out of the box, and the internal parts are both really nice bonuses to have, especially for the more value priced kit. If I recall, I think I got this around, I want to say about 40, with the regular version costing around 60 to 80, depending on sales and such. But yeah, if you're definitely looking for a good armor, modern armor, this is definitely an option. Albeit, if I would only say tackle it if you are a more advanced model builder. Otherwise, I'd say possibly look into Tamiya or Academy's offering of this kit, and possibly even Trumpeter. I really haven't looked at their kit in detail, but I do know they offer one version that sort of has, if I recall, all the different versions of the Abrams all in one box. But that, I digress. But anyway, that was Dragon's 1/35th scale Marine M1A1 Abrams Tank value pack, and see you next time.